Hey guys, Rob with Alienrider here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Chigee AIO devices, the 5 and the 6. They're kind of both the same, and customizing the boot splash screen. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, what I'm going to do is I have a reference device here. This is an M2 Pro. We're going to power it on, and I'm going to show you the splash screen. So it comes up and it has a custom splash screen, in this case kind of a pretty cool little Aprilia logo. So I'm going to show you how easily a lot of manufacturers allow you to update that. So I'm going to insert the SD card. I have another splash logo screen ready to go. Power the device back up. And this works for a lot of devices. Carpuride, Aoocci, they all have kind of their own systems, but many devices allow you to do this. So it's going to boot, and then it's going to load the TF card. You can see the TF card loading there, and then it says logo updated complete. So it saw the logo file, and now what we'll do is we'll just power cycle it, and I'll turn it back on. And you see the new logo. In this case, this is one of my customers, his writing avatar. So a lot of people want to do this. And the deal is, so we'll jump over to the computer here. Here's Chiggy's position on this, custom boot logo. Here's a guy that did a feature request. I'd like to change the logo, and talks about his bike. And it says, thank you for reaching out. Unfortunately, the AIO-5 system and the AIO-6 does not support changing the Chiggy logo at boot. Appreciate your understanding. Okay, I want to be honest here. I try to be fair and call balls and strikes with Chiggy, and this I think is kind of bullshit. So if they wanted to allow you to change the boot logo, they absolutely could. Even if the mechanism wasn't there, there was no code there, it's something that they could implement very easily. I mean, they're doing firmware, it's updating the device. Wouldn't be too tough to allow a customer to update the boot logo. For some reason, they don't want you to do it. Now, I'll plug in the Chiggy here, because I'm going to show you something on it. But in the meantime, on the new Chiggy device, we have Chiggy branding right here. And there is the splash screen, Chiggy branding. And they're telling us that they don't allow us, can't allow us to update the splash screen. I just don't buy it. I don't understand the rationale. So you have a lot of devices out there, like I mentioned, the Carpuride, the Aoocci, a lot of plain vanilla manufacturers. And, you know, for all things considered, now Chiggy's a very expensive device relative to the rest of the market. And when people aren't necessarily interested in the latest innovation that Chiggy's offering, they just want CarPlay, Android Auto, they just want a cam system, they just want, you know, a functional screen. And maybe a feature they're interested in is being able to personalize their device and put their writing avatar on there, or putting a brand emblem. I really don't think BMW gives a shit if you put their round L on the splash screen of your device. And a lot of people are interested in that. It could possibly send some people over. You know, I have a friend of mine in Hungary, Nadim with Smart Writing Gadgets. He just has tons of users. All their interest is, you know, they have big interest in, you know, bin files for the Carpuride and how they can upgrade their splash screens and their icon screens. And it's a legitimate interest. And I think it's a bit short-sighted of Chiggy to say, nah, we're just not going to let you do that. And I'm wondering to what end. I'm wondering why that's the case. If they just need to have that bit of extra needle on the marketing push to have that logo branding on boot up, or what it is. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something. I'll be honest with you. With the Alienrider M2 Pro, I asked them the same question. They didn't want to tell me either. I had to kind of figure it out. So I played with the device and figured out a way to logo update it. But a lot of other manufacturers don't give a shit. Aoocci, they'll tell you how to upgrade it. Carpuride, they'll tell you how to upgrade it. And M2 Pro, Alienrider, they said no, but at least it was possible. Now Chiggy, I've tried to connect it with ADB tools. I didn't have any success there. I took the firmware. I was able to poke around with it a little bit with binwalk, but I don't have a full Ubuntu machine, however you say it, Linux machine to do everything that I wanted to do. I was doing it on a Mac, and it just shouldn't be that hard. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm not scared to brick this device, man. I'm going to see if we can figure out a way to do it, because I think we should be able to. I just don't understand it. Here on the internet, you know, there's been a lot of it's been in the Facebook groups, and the response is always the same. No, we're not gonna support that. And I really wish Chiggy would give a better answer than say we can't do it. The device doesn't support it. You build the fucking device. If you want to support it, you can support it. It's not that hard. One other thing, for anybody that wants to go down this path with me, I'm going to show you right now how to get into debug mode on the Chiggy. So if you come to your Chigee AIO-6 and you touch your clock 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it says enter debug mode. You select OK, and it's going to reboot. And now we're up in debug mode. I'll bring it up so you can see it. You got the red debug flag there. So now if you select debug, it's either you can exit debug mode or upload a log. So what I suspect, it's going to prompt you to make a Wi-Fi connection, and then it's going to allow you to update some kind of debug log to Chiggy's servers. So I don't really want to do that right now. And then to exit, you just touch the debug icon and select exit, and it's going to shut down debug and reboot the device. But anyway, I don't know, man. I'm putting this video out there for a couple of reasons. Just obviously communicate what's happening in the industry, what I figured out on the AIO-6 device, and maybe Chiggy will see it, and it can either change their mind or prompt them to give us a better reason why we can't do this with the devices that we've spent a lot of money on. I had another word loaded there, but I'm going to try to be cleaner on these videos. Anyway, thanks for watching.